Hey everyone! Hopefully you had a happy 4th of July and had fun, whatever you did. I know I did, minus the terrifying fireworks show that Lane had. If you want to see how much of an idiot I am, you can go on his Instagram or Facebook and watch the video. So I've been around fireworks, you would have never thought that, but I've just never been close, I guess, and some of them were just really scary. Oh wait. But anyways, we had a lot of fun, and hopefully you watched my how to eat out at parties video, and that helped. Some of those tips helped you wherever you're at. So this week I wanted to go over a few different topics. The first one being how I've been structuring my refeeds. So I've been doing them on 2 consecutive days for the past 2 weeks. So normally I will do them like every few days. I'll have 2 a week, and I'll just do them kind of spread out. But what I tried last week was doing 2 in a row, Saturday, Sunday, and then the same thing this week. And I'm really, really liking it, and I would encourage you to try it if you have the luxury of having 2 refeeds. Sometimes towards the end, when my calories are very low, then I'll just have one. But as I drop food on refeeds too. So my refeeds aren't very high right now, but they're still more than I'm eating on the normal days. And I've kind of structured my refeeds differently every prep. When I first started competing, it was more increased carbs, lower fat. And then for nationals, actually, we tried where I did 5 days normal, one moderate day, which increased carbs and fats a little bit, and then one high day, also increased carbs and fats. And then now, for right now, what I'm doing is just 2 refeeds, both high days, so higher carbs, higher fat. And like I said, I take off calories from there too when we reduce, so it's not just, it's not like these crazy high refeed days, but it is more than what I'm eating normally. And for me, there's no real evidence or anything or any science out right now to show kind of the mechanistic reasons as to why refeeds work or how they help. But for me, what I look for in a refeed is to be able to feel that boost in performance in the gym. And what I found is that, say I'm having a refeed on a Saturday or a Sunday, right? Let's just say Sunday. Sunday refeed, I'm not feeling the refeed by the end of the day, really. I'm usually have to eat all day, sleep on it, and then I'll feel it the next day. But then as I do decrease the calories, obviously like now, I don't really feel it as well. So I thought, oh, why don't I structure them together? And Paul had brought that up to me. He had done that for a few of his clients, had 2 refeeds in a row. I was like, you know what, let me try it, and I actually really liked it. So if you've been wanting to experiment with your refeeds, try having it 2 days in a row and see how you like it. So next thing I wanted to talk about was I went for my augmentation consultation last week when I was home. So I met a great doctor, he's amazing, and I pretty much already knew everything that I wanted to know, and it just kind of confirmed everything. So I'll be doing that in December. I'm super excited. I've wanted this for such a long time. If anyone knows me, you know I've always been obsessed with boobs, and I don't have any, so I just can't wait. And some people, I guess, think that I have had an augmentation, so I do a really good job at stuffing on stage. And so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. So for all the guys listening, you probably don't want to hear about all this, but this is what girls have to do if you don't have anything. So my friend Nicole Negrani actually brought this up to me 2 years ago. And she was, oh, you got to use pillow stuffing. And I was like, pillows? So we literally went and got a pillow and we cut it up and we put it in the top. So if you ever see my bikinis like sitting out, they're like raised, you know what I mean? They're just like flat on the, like wherever they are. It's really funny. So what I found that the best combination is you have to have some kind of insert obviously in there so you can put the stuffing and it doesn't look all lumpy. So what I found is that actually like a gel triangle insert makes it look better. So you do the gel first, gel triangle, and then you put the pillow stuffing, and you can put a lot in there before it starts to like look like it's sticking out. And it's easier to stuff with bikini because when you tie it, you can kind of like tie it up higher, whereas with the figure, it has to come down because it crisscrosses in the back. So that's a little bit more challenging, and then you have to really work on gluing properly. But with the bikini suits, you don't need to do that. It just kind of stays in place. And then if you're like me, you usually have some kind of hair here, so all you really care about is like this look and then not as much over here. Or again, with figure, you're doing the side shot. It's very, very obvious if something is sticking out. So I've used like all types of crazy Elmer's glue and all this kind of stuff. So the spray glue works the best for on the figure suits, and it definitely hurts, but it's worth it if you don't either want an augmentation or you don't have one at the moment or whatever the reason may be. And my new thing that I tried, which I'm actually going to try for my next shows coming up because I'm not getting the augmentation until December, is rice. So it seems really crazy, I know, but a very old school way, I guess, of figuring out how many cc's you wanted was to put rice in pantyhose and kind of make these like inserts. So you can actually do the cc's of rice like based on weight. So I will have rice inserts for my next few shows, and it's really, really funny looking because, like, you know, obviously, I mean, you can't see it when it's on, but if you're just like looking at it, and it's so heavy because it's a lot of rice. But so I'll make sure to, if I can find that exact link, I'll put it in the description, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make a video on kind of how to do that because I know a lot of people ask me how to stuff or, you know, all these different things because I'm known to do that, and a lot of people, you either have fake boobs or you don't. So it's a good way to kind of balance out your physique, and I'm very broad naturally. My chest is broad, my ribs are broad, I'm tall, so I have to create that shape. And this kind of leads me into the next point of not changing yourself for the industry. So I'm sure a lot of people watching this are probably like, oh, of course she's getting her boobs done because now she competes as a pro. That's not it. I've wanted them for years, like I said, and now I finally have the ability to get them done, which I'm very, very excited about. And I obviously turned pro without them, and I will be competing as a pro without them. So it's not that you can't have that, and it's not necessarily even that the judges are looking for that. What they're looking for is that feminine shape and that overall symmetry. And so some people who are very, very tiny naturally, you know, they have this tiny waist, like very small ribs, you know, very petite structure, it's not going to be as necessary or as lacking on them versus someone of my size. And there are other people too who are my size who just like really look good without them. And then there's, you know, it's not that, again, the judges aren't, oh, you need fake boobs, we want to see fake boobs. No, it's all about the look. And especially, you know, at the shows, you know, you get more time as a pro, but even as a pro, you know, you're not up there for forever, and first impressions matter. So that's what they're really looking for, is that overall just shape symmetry, especially in bikini. That's huge. And even for figure, it really helps too with the kind of that V taper. So if you don't have the augmentation and you don't want one, then definitely the stuffing will work for you, and either the pillow stuffing or the rice. And if you haven't tried that out, I would definitely recommend it, and I'll make sure to post a video about that soon because I know people will probably be really excited about that. So back to the not changing yourself for the industry thing. So again, I'm not doing this because I'm a pro. I've always wanted to do this. But, you know, I see a lot of people doing that, and it's, you know, it's summer and a lot of people are competing for the first time. So this is kind of my, you know, my insight for everyone. You know, I've been doing this for a few years, so I've seen a lot of people do a lot of things. And so for people getting just into it, you know, a lot of times you want to be a part of everything. So you think you need to do things a certain way, or you need to act a certain way. Do whatever the fuck you want. Like, be whoever the fuck you want to be. Promote what you want to promote. You know, don't be that person who's super fake, jumping from company to product to sponsor to coach to here to there. And, you know, not to say that things can't change. You know, things that the way that you've done things before is not always how you're going to do things. You know, that would be very narrow-minded if you always promoted the same things and always did things the exact same way. But you know what I'm talking about, when people have really no sense of like concrete direction and they just kind of are doing things on a whim because they think they need to please everyone or they need to get in with, you know, whatever group, and don't do that. You know, it's just, you know, people can see through that at some point. And if, you know, that only matters if you're trying to promote this as like a lifestyle and, you know, a fitness professional, I guess I'll call it. You know, so it just comes across as very fake. So I always try to tell people, you know, be as genuine as possible. Like, my goal is to always be super genuine, super real with everyone, and I really hope I get that message across. And I only promote, you know, products and ideologies and beliefs that I actually believe in and things that I actually like. And I'm not gonna sit here and just because someone's paying me to say something, like, I have a really big problem with that. And I don't want people to think that in order to be successful or anything in the industry, that you need to do that. So, act genuine, represent things that you actually believe in, and stay true to yourself. So that's just kind of some insight from me, because I've been doing this, like I said, for a while. And for anyone new or anyone who doesn't really have any direction yet in the fitness industry, just remember that and don't change who you are for somebody else. So that was all for this week. Hopefully everyone has a great Sunday and have a kick-ass week. Bye.